We're here on the opening day in Northwest Pennsylvania of the late season, and it is miserable and nasty out, and Wired Outdoors starts right now. Hello and welcome to Wired Outdoors. This show is all about the late season here in Northwest Pennsylvania. And this year it is extremely cold and snowy out, but it's one of my favorite times of the year. And as most people know, in Pennsylvania we have a ton of hunters, and these deer get pushed pretty hard in the archery and rifle season. But most guys at the end of that rifle season, they're hanging it up. And I found if you can find the food sources where these deer are at in the second season, you can find yourself in the middle of a pile of deer. And this year in Pennsylvania, I was extremely successful and blessed with a good year. I took a nice doe with my bow, took a good buck here in Northwest PA with my rifle. And being with Kyle on his black powder hunts the past couple years, where I've mostly been behind the camera, it's something that I wanted to try. So I've been shooting the Thompson Center 50 cal Hawkins muzzleloader. Feel I've become pretty proficient at it. So join me on my first ever black powder muzzleloader hunt.
It is the first day of the late season here in Pennsylvania. It's December 26th. It's the day after Christmas, and it is putting it down. We're supposed to get anywhere up to 12 inches of snow today. And yeah, you know the saying, you can't shoot them sitting at home. So I'm out here with Andy Tracer tonight. I got the smoke pole, the Hawkins muzzleloader, and hopefully we're sitting in a really good spot. We've been seeing a ton of deer back here. If it's brown tonight, I'm looking for meat for the freezer, so I'm looking for a nice big doe, and there's a bunch of them around, so we're gonna sit tight. It's putting it down. In my opinion, awesome night to be in the blind, so we're gonna sit tight and see what happens.
Here at Wired Outdoors, we're all about bringing it to you as live as we can. And now you can watch us on the big screen in high definition at our free channel on Roku, our Wired Outdoors channel. So get yourself a Roku box and watch Wired Outdoors in high def on the big screen.
Andy, there's a deer. It's coming through the woods, right back there. it's the first night of the late season here. That's my first muzzleloader deer. I'm pretty sure I made a good shot. She jumped like she got hit pretty hard. So we'll see, but it's miserable out. It's been sleet and rain. My nose is running. But what a cool hunt out here with Andy Traster. It's been so cool. You know, unfortunately, Andy lost his grandma yesterday. He's like, you know what, I want to get out, I want to hunt. It's been cool to just sit here and talk about, you know, memories with our family and stuff like this. So this goes out to his grandma and his family. But it's been really cool, miserable hunt. But as you can see, I think I made a good shot. We'll wait and see. Well, we can see blood in the snow from here. It's getting dark, snowing really hard. I know we'd like to wait a little bit longer, but we're gonna go see if we can find her. Snowing like this is, if there's any blood, you can see it. You can see we got a lot of blood right here, so it's gonna be nasty tonight. So I'd like to wait a little bit longer, but we're gonna get in and get after her. She's right here. She didn't go what? 70 yards?
Yeah.
That's my first time ever hunting with a muzzleloader was tonight. I've never did it before. I'm a big bow guy. We couldn't get in a stand tonight, so I'm gonna take out, it's actually my cousin's Mike muzzleloader. I said, you know, we shot it the other day, I loved it, and here I am. I guess I just got lucky on my first ever muzzleloader hunt. But I'm pumped up. I'm as pumped about this as I think ever get my first deer ever. It's awesome. As you can see, we recovered my doe from this evening, had an absolute blast. You can see that it's absolutely miserable out, but it's the opening day of the late season here in Pennsylvania. And any of you guys who don't like to go out and hunt late season, you don't know what you're missing out on. Just an absolute blast. I'm with Andy Traster tonight. We just had a great time in the blind. You know, fortunately we were in a blind with as nasty as it was out, but I was blessed. My first ever deer with a muzzleloader, actually the first hunt I ever did with a muzzleloader. I know my dad just told me don't be getting cocky because it doesn't work that way. But I was fortunate, made a great shot on this doe at 45 yards, heart shot. She didn't go 75 yards. And had an absolute blast. So another great deer for the freezer for me. You see, she's a beautiful doe. Backstraps are gonna be awesome. Had a great time hunting here the late season in Pennsylvania. Thanks for joining us on Wired Outdoors. As you can see, I was obviously very excited to take my first ever deer with a black powder muzzleloader. And this year has been so rewarding for me here in Pennsylvania. You hear a lot of people complain about Pennsylvania. I love hunting my home state, and to take a deer with my bow, a good buck with my rifle, and to round it out and tag out with my first ever black powder muzzleloader kill was an unbelievable season. So to any of you guys who are hanging up the gun at the end of the year, at the end of the rifle season, I'd encourage you to get out there in the late season. It's an absolute blast, and thank you once again for joining us on Wired Outdoors.